Hey everybody, it's Smansam or Ballistic, and today we're bringing you another episode of the Call of Duty Thoughts series. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare's multiplayer reveal. Two things on that. We're going to be talking about the show that was, I think it was like an hour long or some shit, and the general trailer. We're going to do the trailer first. First of all, another two things. One, this video is going to have two editions, kind of, I guess. So one of them, I'm going to try and see if I can do the trailer in the background for the gameplay. And the second version, I'm going to get my friend Austin, who was in the last COD Thoughts video, his gameplay anyway. I'm going to have his gameplay in the background for this video. Because, I feel like I might get copyright if I do the trailer. So there's, a little bit of, if you're hearing this and you see whichever, you know what worked, basically. Anyway, let's just start talking about the game, which does look, and this is my first general thought, pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. I hear a lot. It's a mixture of a lot of games. It is a mixture of Crisis, Titanfall, and other Call of Duties, I guess. Which, sure, I'm okay with that. I mean, Titanfall alone to me wasn't very good. Crisis to me alone wasn't very good. But what if you mixed all of those games together? Like, wouldn't that end up being okay? You never know. So let's start talking about the trailer. I'm going to be talking about it as it's playing, basically. Well, not as it's playing right away. When I say that, I mean progressively as I talk about it. If you're watching, you'll see what I'm talking about, basically. So, first of all, we saw the exosuit and all of its capabilities. The new exo looks pretty cool. Basically, what you can do is jump higher. You have an extra boost, too, so it's basically a double jump with that. You can dodge around, like you get a boost left, boost right, boost forward, I think even, which is pretty cool. I can see that being kind of annoying when you, or kind of cool actually, if you're going to, if you have no ammo left, let's say, and you need to get that kill, you boost forward and punch the guy in the face, which I'm going to talk about later. And you can also boost backwards, which is pretty handy too in certain situations. So that's all really cool. There's also another move you can do where if you're jumping up really high, or just in general, I think if you're falling, you can do a ground slam and kill someone around you. I think that's pretty cool. Other than that, we saw in the same area, there's a new kind of way to throw things. You don't throw grenades, you shoot them out of your arm. There's like an arm cannon thing. And what the guy threw in the trailer, anyway, was a kind of the new throwing knife. It's a spike ball, I think, so that's pretty cool in my opinion. What I'm hoping for that is that if you shoot that to the ground, if any of you have played Resistance, you know that there's this grenade that kind of shoots out like a porcupine and like shoots in all directions. I think that'd be really cool if they did that, I'm not gonna lie. They also showed off the threat detection grenade, which is kind of an overpowered looking grenade where if you throw it, or shoot it I guess in this situation, you can see all the people around you in that area. So I don't know how that's going to play. I feel like there's definitely going to be a counter to that, like a perk, like Ghost kind of, So I don't know, I feel like people are going to start using Ghost a lot more, because this game does have a lot of that kind of I can see you kind of shit. They showed some sniping, which looked pretty good. I mean, the way that they showed it, I was like, I analyzed that sniping scene quite a bit, because I was like, is that aim down sights really fast, or is it not? Because I can't really tell in this video, but I'm hoping there's no quickscoping, because I fucking hate quickscoping. Later then we saw the Exo Cloak ability, which I don't know if that's going to be overpowered or not. Generally, cloaking in games, everyone's all fucking freaked out about it, but it's never really that good. If you've played Alien vs. Predator, the game, cloaking is bullshit, because, fuck, they see you. You literally have, like, an electricity thing, and in this game, you look like a rainbow, so I think you're going to be pretty noticeable. In the same scene, we saw the Juggernaut tank soldier thing, which looked like a mech, basically, kind of from Titanfall, but I don't care, it looked pretty cool. I'm glad I'm glad it was destroyed immediately after getting hit by the missile thing, by the way, because if it wasn't, I'd be like, damn, fucking shit's gonna be too overpowered. But in the same situation, it should not be able to be taken out by gunfire very easily, a la like fucking Modern Warfare 3 Juggernauts, which is total horse shit. Speaking about that Predator missile thing, by the way, it did like a cool swirl thing. I just was wondering, because in this game, they're talking about adding other things to kill streaks. I wonder if that was a certain kind of upgrade you could get where it swirled and added like a more area of effect kind of thing. That would be pretty cool. There's more than one exo ability, which we're going to talk about later. I don't know if you can not have a knife in this game and melee people with your fists or some shit. Like you can just punch someone, because they showed that twice in this game, in the trailer I mean, and it looked pretty badass. I mean, sure, I'm cool with it, 100%. They showed an exo shield you can whip out, which is probably another ability. Laser guns are in the game. They don't require you to reload. You just have to recharge and make sure you don't run out of your battery while you're shooting people. I think it's definitely going to be like this. The time that it takes for the thing to recharge recharge and run out is going to be varied depending on the laser rifle you have. So that'll be pretty cool. I'm sure that's going to be a little overpowered, but whatever. Also, they showed joining other people's kill streaks, or score streaks as they're calling them in this game. Basically, I think this is a certain ability though. You can only get this if you have a quote-unquote attachment to your kill streak. This is in a bunch of things, like I think it's all the air support kind of things you can join in on other people's. I'm thinking like that anyway. They showed the crossbows returning. I'm kind of excited for that because I remember this. I didn't use it on Black Ops 1, but Black Ops 2, I went to the midnight release and I started using a class that had the crossbow. I had that out first. I feel like that was the first ever crossbow kill. I'm just kidding. It obviously wasn't. But my first kill of the Black Ops 2 was a crossbow kill, so that was nice. My first shot ever too. I shot, like they were like, this kid's using a fucking crossbow. What a noob. And then right as they're saying that, it like hit him, and I was like, motherfuckers. We saw some inside the mech gameplay, which looked pretty cool. Didn't look very Titanfall to me actually, because Titanfall has like a more, when you're in the mech, you look like you're a soldier, but in this, it was like, yeah, you just see the cannon on the right. It looked more like, what's it called? Hawken, in my opinion, which is much better mech game in my opinion as well. They showed off some this interactive map kind of thing. I'm not sure if it's interactive as much as they say it is, but I'm sure there's gonna be some other like add-ins things that they do, like, oh, open the doors and shit, you know. But they showed this San Francisco map that had a tsunami come in, and you could swim. That's a big deal to me, I think, that they're adding that. It's kind of cool. Because you never really been able to swim in Call of Duty. You always go in the water and die. So swimming is a big deal, I think, that they're, adding this. They also showed, after that, dual-wield miniguns. I think you were in a mech. I was not 100% sure. Or it could have been a turret, even. That would have been pretty cool, too. The final thing they showed in the trailer was a laser... Well, not final thing. They showed the laser Death Star, is what I'm calling it. Basically, you're in the sky, and you're looking down, and you can see people, and you just laser the ground and kill them. I don't know how this is going to work out. I feel like it might have to be a continuous stream, which might make it, a little less OP, because then you can see, like, don't go in this area. Rather than just if you could, like, zap the ground repeatedly. So that's okay. And after that, I haven't written this down, but I'm going to talk about this for a second. They announced the Day Zero edition, which, to be honest, is kind of like, meh. I would do it, but if I didn't get it, I wouldn't freak the fuck out. Because, let's see, I think that November, when's coming out? Let me get this out. November 4th. So November 3rd, I'm pretty sure, is a Monday. And that really doesn't help me. I mean, if they had done, like, a couple, like, days earlier edition, I'd be like, oh, shit, I'll get this, because it'd be on a weekend, and that'd be a lot more handy. But, yeah, I don't know. The place I get my games from, too, might not do this. So, in the end, it's like, doesn't really matter. Not a big deal. So, yeah, that's basically it for the trailer, though. Now we're going to talk about the much more fucking full shit, which is the show, the whole 45-minute show. They showed off the EXO perks, which are basically the abilities we talked about earlier. There's Cloak, makes you invisible. The Shield is like a riot shield, but just on your things. And there is a separate riot shield, by the way. We did see that in the video. Overclock, which makes you move faster and all that kind of thing. There's the launcher, which I'm pretty sure just comes naturally with it, so I don't know why I wrote that down. Exo Ping, you're basically a walking UAV, so everyone, like a pulse will go around you that'll be like, there are people here, go check them out. Then there's the Stim. Wait, what's the Stim then? Oh wait, the Stim? I think it's like a Juggernaut ability, like you get enhanced health and shit. Could be a little overpowered, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't use that even. Then there's the Trophy System one, where if you have like shit thrown at you, like grenades and rockets and all that kind of thing, they will just be destroyed like in front of you. Pretty cool. So that's all for the EXO perks that I got written down. Then they talked about supply drops, which I'm kind of like, what? Supply drops are the new way of getting shit in the game, so it's judged by time played and in-game challenges. So like you do a challenge, you get this, or like the time played, you play for like 2 hours, you get this kind of thing. And I'm like, that's really weird. Like, I'm not used to this kind of thing in the game, so that might be a little different. In that segment, they also talked about each weapon has 10 varied customs, so that weirded me out too. I don't get how that works. So basically, do you just get 10 of each weapon, and you can change them, or is it like the same weapon, just with different attachments that you could just use offhand, like kind of in Blacklight Retribution? Not sure how that's gonna work. That sounds pretty cool though, in my opinion. Apparently, there's a lot of fucking weapons in this game too. Then they talked about reinforcements, which I didn't get that. I didn't fucking understand the whole segment. So moving on. Then they talked about the pick 13 system, which is basically, if you played Black Ops 2, there was the pick 10 system, which was pretty good. I like that system a lot. Pick 13 sounds pretty cool too. I mean, I can't really hate on it if I liked it in Black Ops 2. So yeah. Talking about score streaks. Score streaks are now, you can opt in, as we said earlier, you can opt in for no score streaks, which I think you could do in other games, couldn't you? I mean, that wasn't a thing. Customizable score streaks. In particular, I mentioned the sentry gun had rockets, directed energy, rippable, and more rippable means you could take it off its turret and walk around with the minigun, basically. Also, as I mentioned earlier, you can join in on score streaks, so that's pretty cool. Also, there's an ability on this. I don't know if it's on all of them. I think it was on the UAV specifically. And all these, by the way, if it says on the thing 150, you can get all of the abilities, but it just makes it so that, okay, let's say the UAV. The UAV is a 4-kill streak on its own. You can add 3 things to it, making it an 11-kill streak, but it makes it better, you know what I mean? So there's that, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like how they're doing that, actually. I think like this is a good quality for change. It's nice. Something I'm really excited for that I saw is the virtual firing range. Basically, if you want to test out a weapon mid-game, like not mid-game, before game, like in the lobby, you can just straight up go to like a virtual lobby, test it out, and that's pretty fucking cool in my opinion, because that means you don't have to suffer by going in the game and testing out the gun on its own. Because I always do that shit, because I like to switch it up a lot in Call of Duty. And I just go into a game and I'm like, wow, this gun's shit, why am I using it? So using it in like a virtual shooter area where you can just go and like target practice and shit will be pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good idea. Then we talked about create an operator, which I'm not really gonna say much on. I mean, it looks a lot like not a lot like that. I mean, it looks better in my opinion, but still, it's Call of Duty Ghosts customization times like 1,000 basically. Like the amount of differentiating things I saw in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was fucking amazing, and I mean, that's so cool that they're doing that and making it way better. So we have 2 more things to talk about, which are the maps and the modes. I'm going to talk about the modes first, because that's probably going to be quicker, because I love talking about maps, oh my god. The map, okay, so they're bringing back all the other modes, by the way. It's obvious. I don't know why they had to tell that. I think that's only because in Ghost, they didn't start off with Search and Destroy, which is a really dumb decision. So they had to be like, yeah, we're bringing them all back, don't worry. As well as Hardpoint and a bunch of other fan favorites from like other Call of Duty games that weren't in Ghosts, which is a dumb mistake from Ghosts. Anyway, Momentum, which is basically War, is going to make a comeback. I'm really excited for that, because World at War, I'm pretty sure World at War was the only one that had War. So I missed out on that, because I fucking hated World at War, but yeah, so that's coming back. Can't wait to play that. Then they showed Uplink, which actually really interested me. Basically, you fight for control of a drone, or like basically it's a ball. And it's like capture the flag in a way, I guess you could say. You have to get this ball, get it to the enemy net, and throw it through for 1 point, or jump through it for 2 points. And you can throw the ball to other teammates, they can catch it. If you have the ball, by the way, you can't shoot. Or you can throw it to other teammates. No, not other teammates. You can throw it to your enemies, and they will, because you don't have your gun, you can just kill them right away and just fucking grab it back. I think it's pretty cool, actually. It's basically like an actual sport, and it's gonna I feel like it's gonna be the esport game for this Call of Duty, which is good, because I heard that Call of Duty Ghosts was not very good for esports. Basically, Boz has been the only one that's told me that, but you know, I take his word. I don't do competitive on Call of Duty because I suck at the game, as you might have known. Now let's talk about the maps. Basically, they talked about a lot of verticality, which, I mean, verticality to me says a lot when the maps that we saw had, like, how do I put this? Okay, so the maps seem kind of smaller, but they were taller, you know, and I don't think that's a good way to do it. I feel like make them bigger and then add more verticality. Like, people complained like fucking hell in Ghost that the maps are too big, so they started making smaller map packs, and I'm like, shut the hell up. So now I feel like they're just going upward, which is gonna help with like the actual dynamics of the game with the jets and shit. But I mean, like, you could just make them bigger too. I mean, like, that's not a problem. God damn, guys, god damn. We actually saw 4 maps in the game, which were Biolab, Riot, Ascend, and Defender. We're going to talk about them in order, of course. Biolab was a small indoors map, basically, in the snow, which I like. I like the snow. I like the outdoor snow, but I don't like indoor snow. It looks pretty cool, but there was actually a cool aesthetic in the game that I don't think I've ever seen before. There were these chemicals, because it's in a chemical plant, and if you shoot these barrel chemicals, they release a gas that like just chills out for a bit. I don't know how long it's there for. It's definitely not the whole game. But I think that'd be really cool if they did that, I'm not gonna lie. So that's cool dynamic for the game. They showed a Riot, which is a prison, which has another cool thing with it where, I don't know if this is like a turn on thing. That sounded really weird. I don't know if you can turn this on or off, but they have these laser things that follow you around so that the enemy team knows where you are, some shit. I don't know if that's always though. That's a one to look into. Then there's Ascend, which is a 3-lane map. Thank fucking god, because every one game after, what was it, Modern Warfare 3? Modern Warfare 3 and after had like shitty map design because they didn't do 3-lane. 3-lane, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. I have written down your defense turret. I personally don't remember that. I think it was like a setup turret you could always have around, which is pretty cool. So let's talk about Defender, though. Defender is honestly Riot is probably the favorite I saw, and then Defender's easily the second. It takes place in San Francisco by the Golden Gate Bridge in like a bunker that is fucking blown up or some shit. And this is the map that actually has the tsunami happen in it through like halfway through the game, I'm guessing. And it looks really good. Like the aesthetic of this one, actually, I think this is gonna be one of the bigger ones. And they definitely do have like the verticality done for that one. Like, that's fucking superb game design right there. I love it. And that basically wraps up actually my thoughts. Like, that's all they showed. But I mean, like, it's quite a bit to show, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's not much to say on the game. Okay, now I'm gonna finish this up. I'm watching some gameplay, and like, I'm watching this, and all I can think about is like, I really want to play this game, you know? Like, the game looks good, like, graphically and aesthetically looks very nice, and I'm really excited about this game. Like, the way it just plays and looks, like, it looks very interesting. It's new. It's definitely like everyone says Call of Duty is the same every year, but if you fucking played the game every year, you can't say that when you see this. Sure, like, overall it's the same game, but they do change, and this one looks fucking nice. Okay, so I will, as you all know, I'm definitely gonna get this game. I'm definitely gonna record a playthrough on it, and I feel like this is gonna be the best. Not the best. Okay, wait, should I say that? I almost said that. I might feel like that too. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be the second best Call of Duty, because I don't know if you can top COD 4, because COD 4 was fucking amazing, but you can probably top Ghost. Because Ghost is my second favorite, which I know fucking holy shit God hates me. Because, ooh, that's the hellish Call of Duty that no one likes, which is ridiculous. Watching this gameplay, though, it's just like, damn. Looks good, guys. Like, this is what... And this is going to suck, too. Because when this game does come out, what's going to happen is people are going to be like, oh my god, it's so bad. Why can't it be more like Ghost? And I'm gonna be like, you fucking retards. Like, you guys are such little fucking jackasses when you're like, oh, now that the Call of Duty that just came out is out, I'm gonna hate on it and want to play the last one, even though I hated that one when it came out. Bullshit, I hate that attitude. Like, you have to stick to your guns on that kind of thing. Also, okay, I'm watching this. I'm watching the people that get killed, and I'm like, is that too fast? Like, probably not, but when Ghost first came out, that was a complaint I had. I've grown used to it at this point, so maybe it's a lot like that. But like when you were playing as you, it doesn't look like you die very fast. When you kill someone, it looks like they just drop. You know what I mean? And that might be a problem. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they should have a little bit more health. I feel like Call of Duty should try and push for a more, hey, we're gonna actually like try and make you live a little bit longer, which would be pretty nice, but you know, whatever. you're gonna get used to it nonetheless if you played the game enough. Like I probably fucking will, considering like Call of Duty. I think I've stopped. I don't fucking care about Battlefield anymore. I'm just gonna get Call of Duty probably, unless like another first-person shooter that's like way over the top awesome comes out, and then I'm like, okay, I'll start playing this and stop getting Call of Duty, because right now Call of Duty, in my opinion, is easily one of the better FPSs out there. I know, holy shit, totally stupid opinion. Like nobody can like Call of Duty because it's so stupid. Shut the hell up, people. Shut up, bitches. Someone will get that reference. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the game, though, so far. I mean, it's not out yet, so, you know, my opinion doesn't really, like, hold any merit until it does come out. So, yeah, I think it looks good. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.